Hello, hello everybody, and welcome, welcome to another UK sim review. What are we going to do today? Well, we're looking at the Newcastle to Edinburgh route add-on for Train Simulator. Well, hey, another one, yes. It's the usual format, you know, if you've watched this before, is it any good? What do you get with it? How much does it cost? Would you keep playing it? Etc, etc, etc. So yeah, we're looking at Newcastle to Edinburgh by Just Trains. So what is it? Well, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's not one of them where you're kind of going, what we're doing. It is literally Newcastle to Edinburgh, set in modern day times. It covers the sort of approximate 125 miles from Newcastle to Edinburgh. And there's something like 70 mainline stations, there's a few branch line stations, there's things that have been accurately modelled on there. So we've got things like live docks, we've got sort of extra building things that they've made, so there's Dunbar Parish Church, there's Heaton Depot, there's loads of extra sort of bespoke assets that Just Trains, I couldn't think, it's late on a Sunday, apologies, that Just Trains have actually come up with for the route, so that's really, really nice. In terms of scenarios, where you get, well, before I go on to that, let's rewind a little bit. You get some sort of stock repaints for it. So, obviously, Just Trains tends to rely on the European Asset Pack, or their own rolling stock, which are additional purchases. So what they've got is they've got some stock repaints, which is the Class 43 in National Express, East Coast, and Virgin Trains. They've got Class 47 in what they class as FWS, which everybody knows is EWS. Western Coast Railways, they've got Class 166 for Scots Rail and Northern Railways. They've got the repaint of the Marine Mark 1 carriages. The scenarios, they've got, what can I say? I want to be positive about the scenarios. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scenarios, along with I think it's 4 free roam. Yeah, 4 free roam. They are all passenger services, and yeah, they're a little bit of a problem, I think, of the scenarios. So, for example, the first one is Class 91 Early Bird to London, and it relies on the Steam Class 91 pack, which is obviously in Intercity, Swallow livery, I think they class it as, and then all the other rolling stock is Virgin Trains and East, sort of East Coast and sort of for Scots Rail and etc, etc. So it doesn't sort of fit. Obviously they've got ones where you're using Just Trains Class 20. If you've got it, you're using Just Trains Class, the Voyagers, which they absolutely fit, no problem. But yeah, the other thing about the scenarios for this pack is that it's the typical sort of Just Trains one where it's, you know, you get nothing for a very, very long time. If I, obviously, depending on how long I witter on for, the scenario you're watching at the minute is one of the Voyager ones, and I think I saw like 2 locals all the time. I was driving for a long time. So yeah, and there's nothing at the side of the track, and the scenarios aren't very good. I wouldn't buy this for scenarios. However, obviously it's 120 odd miles and it's 1999. It's hard to. I'm struggling, as you can probably tell, I'm struggling with this because if you look at the scenarios, class 91 means class 91. You've got class 21, which is clearing the leaves. You need to buy the class 20 from Just Trains. You need to buy, the next one is Just Trains Voyager, which you need a Voyager, then you need another Voyager, and then you need a Voyager. And then you've got HST1, but I don't know if you need any other stock for it. You've got a Royal Scot, which I think is Just Trains add-on. And then there's a class 55 one. Not sure what's included. I've not run that scenario yet, but if you haven't got all them, then you're going to struggle for actually playing this pack, which is a little bit frustrating. I think, you know, if you're spending £20, £20 is a lot of money for a lot of people, and if you already haven't got a lot of the rolling stock, then you're going to have to start building them yourself, which when you've just, obviously, you've downloaded something, you've installed it, you're eager to go and you're like, yeah, I can't play any of this. So that's a bit poo. It's a bit rubbish as well that, like I say, it's some of them, the era and the rolling stock they've got alongside it doesn't fit. And it just seems a bit barren, considering this is, yeah, probably one of the major routes in England. It just seems very, very quiet. I mean, you've got signs at the side of the track and nothing on it, and you hardly ever see a train coming the other way, and yeah. So yeah, let's park the scenarios. Let's just say, yeah, they're rubbish, and leave it at that and move along. What about the actual route itself? Well, the route itself is awesome. You know, you've got a lot of you've got branch lines off it to North Berwick and Lythe Docks. You've got suburban loop round Burnstone and New Craig Hill. You know, there's docks in here. There's freight yards. There's TDMs. There's loads of stations. You know, if you actually had time, or I'm hoping Armstrong Powerhouse come up with a scenario pack. They haven't yet, but I'm really hoping they do. If they do, you know, this route's got a lot of potential inside it. So you know, if you are a scenario creator or other people come up with scenarios for it, then you're going to be, you know, you're not going to be short of entertainment by actually getting this. I think the downside of it is you know, other than the Bristol to Exeter one that Just Trains did years ago, the Just Trains add-ons don't appear in the Steam workshop place, so sharing your scenarios with other people is going to be a bit of a problem unless you go to some forums that you can share that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's why I say it's a little bit difficult. I think the other thing now is it's obviously 1999. Obviously there was the announcement over the weekend about that after Tracing 2017 it's going to be Tracing World, and that's not going to be backwards compatible, and that's a bit of a shame. So anybody who's got hundreds of routes and thousands of, well, let's put it into context, tens of routes, multiple tens of routes, and probably hundreds of stock items of rolling stock, that's no longer going to be supported when they go to fully Tracing World. I'm just hoping that people do keep development for Train Simulator, because if they don't, then that's going to feel like a really bitter taste in your mouth when you've splashed several hundreds, if not thousands of pounds on. This is as a simulator, and obviously there's routes that aren't completed, but yeah, so obviously bear that in mind. I think it's £20 well spent. Because there's some challenging bits in the route, not mentioned that, varying speed limit, some tight little bits that you need to slow down for, and yeah, it's really good. So yeah, if you can just bear in mind that in 12 months time Train Sim World might be out, and whether people will still be developing stuff for Train Simulator, we'll have to wait and see. But I hope this has been informative for you. If it has, please like, please subscribe, and we will see you hopefully next weekend. Have a great one. Bye bye.